Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Waffle Press Hangouts. I'm your host, Diego Crespo. With me today, as always, is my co-host, Gina Versa.
Hello, hello. How are you?
I'm
Um,
good. I'm good. We have a very special guest with us here today. Old friend of the show, has not been on in a couple years. That is too
God,
long of a
yeah,
wait
it's
to
been a
welcome
while.
back the return of Celia Bee. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm doing good, doing good.
You can say hungover. We're an
Uh,
adult podcast.
yeah, no, yeah, I'm doing well despite blood toxicity.
Fair enough. Yeah, getting used to there was a time change, right? I haven't
Oh
checked the clock.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
God,
yeah,
yeah. What is
yeah.
that about? Why do
We
they do
lost like,
that?
I don't know. It's very rude.
Mhm.
It honestly is like no one benefits from this.
No, I mean, I guess maybe the
It's for
clocks.
farmers. Yeah, farmers,
Uh,
right? Like they
yeah.
do they still use that? Like, is it? I feel like a lot of like I guess farming mechanisms now are like tend to be automated. So I don't
hmm
know.
Man,
Yeah,
I didn't. You didn't even think about that. It's a
I,
good.
I
It's a
feel
good
like
question.
I feel like it's this thing that we just keep doing. I guess like was it like to like ward off like depressive thoughts or something?
Maybe, given
Like
the
I
way
think
Oh
this
yeah,
year's going, I think we
fine.
could all use it. So
yeah.
Gosh, yeah, 2020, like yeah, everyone like at the end of 2019 was like, "Oh, we survived all these things. Like 2020 is gonna be the year." And like in
Oh
the
no.
first 2 months, we have like a pandemic. We
Yeah.
we had threat of World War III.
hmm
Oh man, no bueno.
yeah, yeah. No
Yeah.
bueno. But what is bueno is what you do online, Celia. Would you like to plug anything? Talk a little bit about what it is you do.
Yeah, of course. So online, I run a gaming blog on Instagram. If you guys want to check it out, it's Kosher Gamer. I also just started a YouTube channel. It's very new, but it's under my name, Celia Bee. And I just started Twitch streaming again. So I've been doing that. I've been running a self-imposed challenge. It's called the Trainer Joey Challenge. Go check it
Hmm.
out. Twitch, Celia Bee. Mhm.
Yeah, no. Yeah, your content has been, really great. I really enjoyed your Sonic video and then the one on Pikachu that came out. Like
Thank you
why
so
yeah, I'm sorry, like I'm not recalling, but it's why he doesn't go in the Pokeball.
Yeah, it's because he's an asshole.
Yeah, well, it's like he has like Ash keeps trying to force him, right? You were saying, and then it's just like he doesn't want to. It's just like leave him alone.
I know, but I don't know. I just feel like Pikachu has like a lot of I guess perks from Ash that
hmm
other Pokemon don't get. Why doesn't Bulbasaur want to hang out too? Like, I don't know. It's rude.
Yeah.
Pikachu's just rude.
He's selfish, is what he is.
He
Uh,
is.
I love
um,
Pikachu.
I was
It's
trying
all
to find a
about the
segue.
yeah. I was just
I
gonna say it's
was
all about the thick Pikachu though.
Oh
A
yeah, yeah. No.
agree.
Pikachu should be chubby. Pikachu chubby Pikachu erasure is a
Yeah.
problem in our society,
I
and yeah,
it's something that needs to be talked about. One of the reasons behind that is that okay, so I don't know if you guys pay attention, but like I guess Game Freak holds like a poll every year about
hmm
who's like the year's like favorite Pokemon.
Okay.
And Pikachu was not on that list.
Oh.
And I
oh,
100% think it's small Pikachu now instead of chubby Pikachu.
Mm.
And like if they brought back chubby Pikachu, I am like 110% sure that he would be like number one on that list.
Yeah. Yeah, I would
I
agree.
actually agree. Although if I, because we will be
Yeah.
talking about Pokemon later again in the show,
Mm.
I have to say I'm more of a Raichu guy. I don't know.
Oh.
I like Raichu a
Oh.
lot,
Need
Oh,
that
I'm
and
looking.
thunderstone.
Meryl.
Yeah, no, Raichu's chill, but I feel like there's such a stigma against him because like there was that episode of Pokemon where Pikachu didn't want to evolve. Like literally, he was like, no, and like slaps the little thunderstone away.
Yeah.
Like press B right now, no evolving. So
um, there's no segue for this, so I'm just gonna jump into it. Speaking of, oh, you know what? Here you go. Speaking of small rodents, the Sonic movie finally came out, and most people didn't think it was a horrible disaster. In fact, most people actually liked it. I have not given my thoughts in the film yet, so I'm gonna hold out. And Celia, as the guest, I would like to give you the honors of endowing the world with your thoughts on the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Oh man, I love that. Like, this is like a topical thing because I love Sonic. B, I loved the movie. I was really excited that when they announced that they were going to have like a Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and I thought it was cute. There was a lot of Easter eggs in it. It was like a little charming story. It felt kind of more of a, let's say, a Dr. Eggman like origin story than a like, I don't know, that was just for me. I was like more excited. I was excited that it became kind of felt like an origin story for like Dr. Eggman or Robotnik, depending on how you know him. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. How about you guys? Did you like it?
Gene, what did you think? Yeah.
Yeah, I was like surprised by how much like I was like, oh, this is kind of having a good time. I mean, it's kind of it's like it's got a lot of product placement for like Zello and like I forgot the other like other like product placement, but I'm like, oh, this is surprisingly good. I like Jim Carrey. He's doing well as Dr. Robotnik. Like I certainly love the new Sonic design. A lot better than that first thing, which was like a fever dream we all had. Like, if they delete that video, would it have really existed?
Oh, I should download it just in case.
Keep
Yeah,
it,
right.
keep it strong, keep it true. Okay, so time out. I guess unpopular theory. Do you guys think that they really were planning on going through with that original design? Because I'm 100% convinced that a marketing strategy that they use to get people to go see the movie is that they're like, yeah, we're making it crappy, knowing that the fans would rage. Like I have 100% like think that was like a part of the plan.
I am not against that theory. It is something I've thought about because here's my take. I also liked the movie. I don't think it's like a masterpiece or anything like that, but like it's just a nice little family adventure film that I really admired. But I have some like qualms with the production of it because I totally believe that, especially because one of the producers of this film wants to he wants to tackle Starship Troopers again, but without the satire, because I guess the book is like actually just like fascist propaganda.
Yes. Yeah.
And so because this movie was a hit now, I'm like, oh, I feel weird because he's probably going to use that clout to make that actually happen. So that's something we should all just keep an eye out for in the future. But as its own thing, I completely kind of believe that theory too, Celia.
Yeah.
We're starting this conspiracy right now.
Yeah, no, I mean, like it's not like the most in-depth VFX. You can kind of tell the original design was to fit more with like a grounded, realistic thing.
Yeah,
but it's like Sonic is not.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say like the other besides spoiler at the end credits.
Spoilers for the movie.
Yeah, besides Tails, like kind of like what's the owl that raises them? Was it like what's her name?
I don't remember her name.
Yeah, forgettable owl lady. Yeah, forgettable.
She's forgettable. I had an emotional reaction to her into
death. Yeah, like besides that owl, and then some of the other creatures, they kind of look like the old Sonic designs. Like the old Sonic design. Yeah.
And also the okay, think about all the toys that came out. That tooling gets put into production like way in advance. So with the entire toy industry, they have like a huge loss there. Like I'm assuming that we would have like, factories that couldn't redo tooling, like would have like creepy ass Sonic toys. So I think that like like with Sega and like them being so protective over the IP, I just don't know, it doesn't sound right.
Well, I was gonna say they're gonna bury all the old Sonic toys in the desert like the ET game.
Well, I still agree with Celia on this. Maybe there weren't any, and I didn't even think about the toy thing, but like, yeah, that goes way in advance. That's how like all the Marvel and Star Wars stuff gets leaked early because they have to make toys of it.
Yeah, they got to make that capital.
Yeah. Okay. This is like a legitimate thing. We should talk a little bit about the movie, but like, All right, everyone, stay woke for this.
Derailing.
Yeah,
I have my tinfoil hat on, and so
yeah.
I'm just like ready to like go down this route.
Oh yeah,
Hashtag,
no, this is it's cause for concern. They might have pulled a fast one on us. The good news is that the movie is not like some horrible nightmare, so I'm
yes.
not too upset about it. But like, hmm,
Hmm.
stay woke, stay woke.
Mhm.
And then let's say that they did, make the Nightmare Sonic like initially and like intended for it. I hope on the Blu-ray release we
Yeah.
can like switch to like creeper mode and like it be like that Sonic.
Oh, that
No.
would be amazing.
Oh no.
Like this is totally different, but like
Yeah.
for the Cats Blu-ray release, I really hope that they have a version without the fur and it's just the actors in mocap because
Oh
that
my
would
God.
be even funnier.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like
oh God.
hashtag release the Nightmare Sonic cut.
Yep.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And then on my site, like derailed, sorry guys, I want to see what Tails was planned to look like.
Oh yeah, like they definitely had that style for Tails, right?
Yeah, they had to if they actually planned it.
No,
Hmm.
poor
So,
Tails.
Yeah, everyone loves Tails.
Mhm.
But let's talk a little bit about our history with Sonic. I have not played every Sonic game because I'm not John Carpenter, classic horror director, filmmaker, and Twitter legend, but
Mhm.
who apparently loves every Sonic game ever. And I quote, even the
Mhm.
one where he turns into like a werewolf or something.
Yeah, if you just had a home entertainment system and you smoked weed all day, what other game would you play?
Yeah, look, you direct the thing, you could basically do whatever you want for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that's all
But
he
yeah,
does.
what's our history with Sonic?
so for me, okay, so my introduction to Sonic initially is, I guess, kind of different.
Mhm.
So I didn't really know. So I started with the Nintendo 64, and
Okay.
obviously there's no Sonic there.
Uh-huh.
But my dentist office had a Super Nintendo and a Sega Genesis, and that's actually like how I found out about other consoles. Because like as a little kid, I was like, the Nintendo is awesome, and like that was it. And Sonic was actually the game that they had there. So I got to play it a little bit, and I was like, wow, this is different. And like from there, like my family like friend gave me a Game Gear. When I say my family friend, I mean like his mom gave my mom his Game Gear when he went to college. So he kind of like came back and found out. My life is just me getting things from neighbors or friends. But anyways, um, so yeah, and that's kind of like what opened like the floodgates of Sonic for me. I haven't played every Sonic game either, but like I really enjoy them, like especially on the Dreamcast, they're really fun.
Mhm.
Um, and I ironically play Sonic and the Black Knight. It's for Wii. If you haven't heard of it,
Oh,
check it out. It's horrible. It's so horrible.
oh
It's like a
no.
weird fan fiction of like disaster.
um, for me, I was a big Sonic Adventure Battle 2, and that was like
Ooh,
my first and only Sonic. I
that's
have
such a
played
great game.
other games, but that one was the game for me for a while. And I
Yeah,
love the little chows.
yeah, I
You
was
guys
just
know
gonna say,
chows?
yeah, I
I would
love
spend
raising
more
them.
time growing the chows and raising the chows than I would like the main game. I beat the game, but I was like no, it's just fun to do that. And then I discovered Animal Crossing after, and that was like it. But I played like it's funny. The only other like game I played like a lot is the
Mhm.
Sonic Pinball for the Sega,
Oh no.
which is fucking great.
Yeah.
You can get it, I think, on like that Xbox Game Pass right now. They
Okay.
have like the remasters and stuff like that. It's not a remaster, but you know what I mean. Like you can play it now on newer consoles, and it's fun. It holds up. So Sonic Pinball, that's my recommendation.
That is so sick.
Yeah.
Realize they made a Sonic pinball game, but it totally makes sense that they made a Sonic pinball game. So I'll check that
Yeah.
out.
Oh yeah. No, it's so much fun. Gene, what about you?
Yeah, so I think my first console was the Sega Genesis. It was such a, like a random one to start that my dad gave me. And I had like a few Sonic games. I cannot remember the names of them, but like, at cousins' houses, we would play like the original Sonic the Hedgehog game and yeah, like I got the GameCube N64. Sonic wasn't on the N64, but GameCube, Sonic Adventures, all the next gen consoles for that one. And I don't know, as a kid, I was really into the cartoons. If you guys watched the '90s one with like the chili
Yeah.
dogs and all the memes, do you guys
Did you
remember
guys
that?
see? Yeah, I remember that. Do you guys remember Sonic Underground?
I didn't see that one. I heard it's
I
just like
remember the
wild.
title. That's all.
Oh my God. Okay. I don't want to like veer off like from your history with Sonic, but it's horrible. It's basically imagine if Sonic had two siblings, okay, and they're royalty, so they're all princess and princesses or whatever,
Mhm.
and they get separated because their kingdom's taken over by Dr. Robotnik,
Okay.
and they need to find each other. And once they do, they have these magical instruments and they
Okay.
form a band and fight crime.
Oh, and like Knuckles is in that. All that.
Wow.
I don't remember if Knuckles was in it or not,
Oh,
but I just remember like cringing, like 10-year-old me just cringing the whole time.
yeah. I think I skipped that and went to like Sonic X.
Yeah, that's a good one. Do that.
Yeah, and like yeah, I don't know. I got into Sonic X, but yeah, I don't know. Sonic Underground just passed me by.
Oh man,
But
I think it passed everyone by because it was just so bad.
See,
yeah.
I'm a pleb and I have not watched a single Sonic TV show.
Hmm.
But I do know the memes. I do
Yeah.
know the little clips on Tumblr. It was popular on on Tumblr for a minute.
Hmm.
And then Twitter, I guess it's kind of just like the memes pop up every once in a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been pretty distant from that.
There's like one with like Tails where he's like telling these like group of animals like, "Oh, no wonder you guys are losers." He's calling these like, have you
What?
guys seen that? No.
No.
No, but please send it to me.
Oh,
I
okay.
collect Sonic memes. The
Yeah,
dang
I'll send it to you after the recording. But it's just like Tails
good.
just like telling these endangered animals like, "Oh, you guys are losers," and then they're just sad. I
No.
forgot what the context is, but it's
No, no, no.
some.
I never want to know the context. I just want that image with me forever.
Mhm.
Like these animals
Um,
are going extinct. You guys are losers. It just flies away.
I have one where it's like a Sonic Says meme, and it's like
Oh,
Tails. It's like Tails, like the tornado. I don't even know how to justify this. Okay, Tails, Tails. He's like, I can't remember what the exact text was, but it's dark and Sonic died, and he's like telling him to get over it. Go check it out. I'll send it to you.
oh my
I'll
God!
just
And then
try
the
to
little
remember.
the '90s voice for Sonic, he's like, have you guys ever seen like Sonic CD? It has like the weirdest voices for Sonic, the movie, or it's like a movie with like Metal Sonic. And then like Tails sounds like this, and like I think like Knuckles is voiced by like Rob Paulson or someone, and it's just like so weird. The dub.
I
Wow,
actually,
no.
I don't think I've watched the dub. Yeah, that's the Japanese film, right? Where they
Yeah,
were like, yeah, I need to go back and recheck that out. I'm
yeah,
intrigued.
yeah. I saw it. It's on YouTube. Yeah, it's
Okay,
yeah.
putting it on my list. And
Okay.
then also, like X is on Netflix. I've
Yeah.
been watching it.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys should go check that out. It's pretty good, except the main character Christopher, who's
Mm.
like Sonic's like human companion, looks like a discount Sora.
Oh,
No, he
what?
totally does.
Have-
Totally does.
Do you
It's
think?
like better value Sora.
Do you think it was like modeled after Sora? Do you think? Because it came
Well,
out like what 2003, so it's after Kingdom Hearts one.
maybe like they may have gotten inspired by it, but like yeah, it's too uncanny. Like it's funny.
Yeah, like Sonic X is actually I think a good anime too. I'll go for bat for Sonic X, right?
Yeah, no, it was good. I watched a lot of it like on like Fox Kids as a kid. And
Oh
I
no,
liked it.
it was the Fox box when it got bought out by like four
Oh
kids.
yeah.
Oh, excuse me. I don't know my animated children's TV
No,
programming lore.
well, yeah, 'cause
But
it got bought off by one company and they kicked every single other program off the network. That's Fox.
aw.
Jesus Christ. But like 4Kids is like infamous for like ruining anime. You guys
Yeah.
seen
Oh
like
my
their other
god.
like
I
all of their other like adaptations of like the anime was supposed to be?
Like Ultimate Muscle or like
Yeah, fighting
yeah,
Foodon.
Fighting
Remember that?
Foodons vaguely. They just always seem
look,
pretty.
I think the big one that we have to bring up. I don't know if I'm going to put it in the middle of this episode, but I will put a link down to it below. I'm not going to describe it any more than this, but it's the four kids 4th of July singing the national anthem.
Oh.
Oh
It
my
is
god.
Oh
I
god.
it
remember
is the worst thing you will ever see in your entire life.
I remember watching that as a kid.
Yeah, even as a kid, and you watch it, you're like, "This is weird."
Cringe.
I remember changing the channel to back to channel 5 to Kids W when they
Hell
would
yeah.
like on commercial breaks.
Hell yeah, Kids
man.
WB was more my jam, but Fox
Yeah.
Kids also had the Godzilla show, so
Oh, that's right. That's
I
right.
like that Godzilla. But
Yeah, Fox Kids is
back,
cool.
I got to bring us back to the Sonic movie just a little bit.
Yeah.
Because
Sorry,
like I no, it's totally fine because I actually think this is like kind of a indicative of like the quality of the film, where it's like, yeah, we all enjoyed it and I would actually recommend it, but it's also like there's not that much to talk about. Like if you like that last trailer, like you pretty much know what you're gonna get and you'll enjoy it. If you didn't like any of the trailers, don't really count that first one, I guess. But if you haven't liked any like appearances of the new Sonic stuff, you're honestly, you're probably just not gonna like the movie. Like I think that's safe to say, you know. But I think it is a very good time, and I'm actually very impressed with like the action in the film. Like it's mostly like VFX stuff because it has to be for Sonic. But I want to give a shout out to that VFX team because whatever the conspiracy theories Celia and I are just like full barrel on right now, very very impressive work. I know that industry is just brutal and soul crushing to a lot of people because they can't unionize and it's just awful. And they're the unsung heroes of this film. They should be the sung heroes of this film because very very good work for adapting a video game and making it as like it's like as buoyant as a video game, you know, like it's fun and lively. Like it kind of I wanted to play a Sonic game after, in a way. Just I did wish it was a little weirder, if I'm being honest. It does hint that the sequel could get a lot weirder. Final thoughts on the Sonic film for you guys, Celia?
I think it will get weirder just because the fact that like Jim Carrey, Dr. Robotnik started out like being like, normal, and then like at the end, like he started to be more, I guess, what we recognize. So I think the next one, like it would be like full blown, like out of a Sonic game. But we'll see. But I'm really happy with it. Anyone that hasn't seen it, go see it. I'm probably gonna get the DVD and just like rewatch it a bunch of times once it's out.
You know what? I probably will own it too because I enjoyed it that much, which I did not expect.
Yeah, honestly, I did. I expected to like hate it and like just be like, okay, well, I'm just gonna shit on this movie, and it was like pretty good. I was like, oh, sweet.
Yeah. Was it a good Valentine's Day movie? Does anyone know?
Yes.
Yes.
Theater is full of of like 5 couples and then like just a bunch of peeps just going to see Sonic. I think having a Sonic Valentine's Day is like the best Valentine's Day.
There you go. Well, I was gonna say it has like a bromance thing between Sonic and what's his face? James Marsden.
James Marsden, how dare you? James Marsden is a saint.
Oh, sorry, I forgot Cyclops' name.
No, hey, those movies are not his fault. It was a job. He didn't write them or direct them.
Yeah, because he doesn't do anything. Yeah, he's a good Cyclops. He just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, no, totally not his fault. I guess surprised. I love James Marsden, and I've been kind of rooting for his comeback, like to become like a movie star. And it's kind of funny that he kind of like Trojan horsed it by co-starring in the Sonic film against a blue hedgehog. So that's weird, but whatever. Sometimes it's the little things, you know. And he is signed on for the sequels. I guess there's going to be 2 more because it was a hit, which I like a lot. And yes, I agree with Celia. I do think it will get weirder. And I think kind of the most fun way to do these like just known enough franchises is kind of it's really smart how the Sonic movie did it, which I did not expect too. The protagonist is already set up. Like the protagonist is who they are. It's like the world around them that's kind of like acclimating to them. You know, so like Celia mentioned, like Dr. Robotnik is like it's Jim Carrey, so he's already crazy. And just shout out to 90s Jim Carrey making a comeback because I love Batman Forever and the insanity of that film. And he's a lot of fun in it, but like here they just lets him run loose again. And I want to see him go even crazier. I want him full Jim Carrey. And then like even more full Jim Carrey in the next one.
More like him
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, like maximum Jim Carrey and
more dancing.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
god, if he gets like like a fake like little belly like Dr. Robotnik in the next one, I would be so happy.
Yeah.
I don't need it to be
Celia,
cartoony. I just want a belly.
Celia, is it Dr. Robotnik or Eggman? I could never like figure that out.
Okay, so for me it's Eggman because when I watched
Okay.
the cartoon, that's why initially when I was like saying my review of Sonic, I said Dr. Eggman. But like I think in the games he's Dr. Robotnik.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that I've never seen him referred to as Eggman in the games, I think.
Yeah.
I'll recheck. I need to like whip out
Mm-hmm.
my cast and like
So
stick it down to
so I
see.
get so yeah, it's based on the dub like Hercule and like Mr. Satan being
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
But yeah,
Um,
quality film. Next one I think should totally be about them visiting like other weird Sonic worlds now that they've
Mm-hmm.
established the characters on our world.
mhm.
Yeah.
Get wacky, get silly.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah, we
agree.
definitely need. Mm-hmm.
I also think in the third one, they're gonna introduce Knuckles, right?
Yes,
Oh, they
they
have to.
have to. Yeah,
That's
I
such a
was gonna.
Yeah.
fun character. He's just a grump.
I was gonna say, what do you guys think of? Because they had Ben Schwartz from Parks and Rec, Nick Offerman as Knuckles. They have another Parks and Rec.
Oh, that would be a
Sonic.
delight. I would be very happy with that. But I also okay, shout out to Ben Schwartz, who's very cute and likable as this version of Sonic.
I agree.
Any other thoughts on the Sonic movie before we move on, because we kind of got to fly through this next one.
Yay, Jim Carrey. Good movie. Go see it. Yeah.
Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself. All right, so this next section is the March Madness. We haven't done a March Madness in a minute.
Yeah.
But I think it's a very fun way of getting involved with movies and stuff like that. And movies are subjective, but it's just fun to play games, and movies are about fun too. So this is going to be a weirder bracket because usually you kind of try to tally up like quality film against quality film. Video game movie adaptations are notorious for not being quality.
Yeah.
So I went to the source for all quality, indicative, objective quality, that is Rotten Tomatoes, which is absolutely not an aggregator. It's a sole person who just plugs in numbers. Obviously, that's what everyone thinks it is. Apparently, online. Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes isn't like the most like outstanding information when it comes to quality, but it's a good way of ranking things. And because March Madness, you need rankings for brackets, 16 in this to be exact. I ranked the top 16 highest rated video game films for us to face off on. And I'm going to give you the rundown right now. So at seed 1, Angry Birds 2, seed 2, Detective Pikachu, seed 3, Sonic, number 4, Tomb Raider 2018, number 5, Rampage, number 6, Mortal Kombat, 7, Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within, an animated film which had a mega release somehow. I don't understand. Number 8, Angry Birds. Number 9, Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. Number 10, Resident Evil, The Final Chapter. Number 11, the original Resident Evil film. Number 12, Silent Hill. Number 13, Resident Evil Retribution. Number 14, Warcraft. Number 15, Tomb Raider, The Cradle of Life. And number 16, Resident Evil Extinction. This just helps us keep track of things, and we're going to start facing things off with Seed 1 versus Seed 16, Angry Birds 2 versus Resident Evil Extinction. But first, I do want to mention that after this episode, this will just be for the show. And on the Twitter, we will be doing daily polls to see what listeners and audiences actually think of these face-offs. So
I'm gonna make a bunch of fake accounts and just vote for Angry Birds. I'm just letting you know now.
Are you a low-key Angry Bird fan?
No, I just think
She's like fixing the polls. Just like the
wow,
mafia.
there's an overwhelming love of Angry Birds. Like it's so crazy. Okay, sorry. Go on. Sorry.
No. I mean, that's actually a fair point to bring up, because for some reason, Angry Birds 2, a movie I think a lot of people forgot existed, is number 1. I am not a Detective Pikachu fan, if I could just say really quick. I don't hate that movie, but like I'm not in love with it, and I'm surprised that's not number 1, because that one got very positively reviewed. But whatever, we'll work that out. So number 1, Angry Birds 2 versus Resident Evil Extinction. How are we feeling about this?
You guys already know my vote.
No, don't do this.
Uh,
I love Resident Evil Extinction. I think that's a genuinely like good film. It's like
Yeah?
Mad Max with zombies.
oh,
Gene,
I
don't do
could
this to me.
I could never get into Resident Evil movies, to be honest with you.
I totally no. I
Like
totally get it. I
like,
totally get that.
I'd kind of go with Angry Birds.
Oh my god, this is
Victorious, yes.
this is already a mistake. All right, thanks for listening, everyone. This has been the Waffle Press podcast. I'm never podcasting with anyone ever again. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. I'm counting on the Twitter to make this right.
Don't worry, I got this.
No. I'm gonna make it a private account. Only the already like in followers will get to vote. All right, Detective Pikachu versus Tomb Raider: The Cradle of Life.
Detective Pikachu. It was great. I laughed. I cried. I literally cried.
Oh wow.
It was not really. Kind of. I was tired. I was really tired that day. And, I saw it, and you tear a little bit because you're like, oh, I'm happy. It was one of those.
Oh, okay. See, I really wish I got that feeling from it because I did not. I was sleepy too, but I did not cry. I did fall asleep in the middle of it.
You.
And that was partially on me because I was tired, but I'm also gonna blame it a little bit on the movie because I wasn't into it from the start. But Pikachu innocent. So that's my thing. So that's one for Detective Pikachu. Actually, no, that's two for Detective Pikachu because I will still vote for Detective Pikachu over the Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider. No disrespect to the great Angelina Jolie.
Oh yeah, no, she's beautiful. She's great.
Yeah.
But she
kicked ass.
She made the wrong choice of not being in Detective Pikachu. Obviously, if you're picking franchises. So.
Oh my god! See, that would get me excited for a sequel.
Right?
Like Mewtwo or something.
Oh my god!
Whoa!
She'd be just like a really hot Mewtwo. Dang.
We're getting into weird territory here. We're gonna move on. Gene, you're Detective Pikachu as well, right?
Yeah.
We already got 2 out of 3, but that's full house for that one.
Yeah.
All right, number 3, Sonic versus Warcraft. I feel like this is gonna lean one way in particular, but I am actually a Warcraft movie fan. It is imperfect and broad and weird, and probably the nerdiest thing since the Star Wars prequels, where it's like if you're not in from the opening scene, you're probably not going to be in by the end scene. I don't know how you two feel about this.
I feel like I don't know if we talked about this. I love Warcraft. I'm not like a big Warcraft guy, even though I have some like relatives that work there apparently at Blizzard. But Warcraft is great. Duncan Jones' craziest movie, and if it had a David Bowie cameo, that would have been the shit.
Oh no, he passed away before it was done filming. So R.I.P. David Bowie. Celia, I actually don't know how you feel about the Warcraft film.
I didn't really care for it. I'm a Warcraft person, so yeah, like you said, if you're not in for the opening scene, the movie is not for you. And I appreciate Warcraft, the game, but I've always made it a point to not play it, not because it's bad or I wouldn't like it. It's just that I realized that I would like it. I would like it really much, a lot.
Yeah.
And then there would go my life. So.
Yeah, it's super addicting, right?
Oh,
it's super addicting.
Someone died playing it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, I would be number 2. I would be the second one to die. Because I've watched people play it and I'm like, oh, wow, that looks fun. Ooh, you could do this or that. And my unhealthy addiction to RuneScape really cemented the idea of I can't play this game.
That was I had that in middle school. I loved RuneScape. It was before the updated graphics.
Okay, so I gotta, because we gotta rush through this. I do have to rush this along, but that is for Warcraft this time. Sorry, Sonic. 2 out of 3 for Warcraft. But I was a big Warcraft 3 guy, and even that still addicting. Kind of bummed how the remaster turned out, but that's another conversation for another time for me to complain about. Tomb Raider 2018 versus Resident Evil Retribution, which is surprisingly a huge favorite on film Twitter. I like these movies, but this is nothing against people that adore this movie. I'm just I was surprised is all. I'm whoa. this one is like, I saw it on like a lot of best of the decade lists.
Wow.
But yeah, and even
Wow.
for me, it was like, wow. So how do we feel about this? Tomb Raider 2018 versus Resident Evil Retribution.
I really love that Tomb Raider movie. I'm sorry, but like I don't know if people didn't like it, but I think Alicia I'm gonna mess up
Alicia
her.
Vikander.
Vikander is like great as Lara Croft, and like the way they made it like the Square Enix Tomb Raider, they took a lot of from that. Is just it was great. Yeah, I was really happy with that Tomb Raider, and I think it was better than Resident Evil. I'm sorry if that's like a thing. Evil.
Celia.
Tomb Raider. I thought like the actress is super cute, and I think she made a really great Laura. So I really like her. So anyone who plays her, I'm like, okay, that's my vote.
High five.
Yeah, no, Alicia Vikander is great. I don't. That movie's not for me. I don't think it really works. I like Resident Evil Retribution, so that would have been my vote. But I am excited for the sequel because I think even after Gene and I talked about it when that movie came out, I was like, I don't think they quite got it. I think it stripped away a lot of the interesting stuff. But like they could do a sequel. You could make something from this.
Yeah,
like,
the sequel's
she's too good.
Sequel's gonna be I guess he's following us on Instagram, Ben Whiteley.
Yeah, Ben Wheatley, director of High Rise, Free Fire, and then a bunch of really weird, disturbing films between 2008 and 2013. Check out Ben Wheatley's filmography. He's co-writing it with his wife too, which is really cool. It's supposed to be a lot more supernatural. So once they said that, I was like, okay, they're gonna get it. I'm down with that. Totally down for that. Sorry, Film Twitter. All right, next up, Rampage versus Silent Hill. I'm not even going to preface this. The Silent Hill film from 2003, I believe. I think that's a genuinely great film. I think that is a terrific use of cinematography that kind of captures what the game is like. It's got great atmosphere, and the production design is honestly astounding. I am honestly, it was one of the first films I watched where I was like, people don't like this? Question mark. Celia, what do you think about this?
Okay, so I'm gonna go Silent Hill. Okay, so I'm not a huge scary like movie or game type person, but I'm gonna go Silent Hill because I'm super angry about Rampage.
Really?
I'm so pissed with the handles. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I just wanted it to be more like the Nintendo 64 game. And so like my brain went to that, and then like what we got, okay, I get it. It was like a movie monster kind of like adaptation kind of dealio. But that's not what I wanted. I wanted the exact characters. I wanted the exact monsters to look the same, and I wanted to be more of like point of view of the monsters.
Yeah.
And
which are like in the game they're people too. Yeah,
they're people that transform into them. Like there was just the way the game was, I was expecting that, and I was just grumpy. I mean, this is literally me just expecting something and like not watching the trailer. Being like, what is this?
I was just gonna go with Rampage. Sorry, Celia, but I just love monster movies, and I guess I like The Rock. Yeah.
I gave that a not a glowing review when we talked about it, Gene, but a positive review, and I still stand by it. But I do wish it was like more, I guess, visually interesting.
Better.
And I do wish Rampage was a little better. I don't hate The Rock starring in a monster movie. That's kind of like the stroke of genius of that film, like the one. Because that's just like a cool image, The Rock fighting alongside a giant gorilla. Like that's like once they put that on the poster, that movie was a guaranteed hit. So but yeah, I'm glad that Silent Hill won because I stand by that completely. All right, Mortal Kombat versus the original Resident Evil film. Both same director, actually, Paul W.S. Anderson. Right? Yeah, Film Twitter favorite. I don't get it. I'm a fan, but like I don't know what draws people to him. But now we get to determine which is his best film. I don't know. He's still got like 2 more on this list. But Resident Evil versus Mortal Kombat. What do we think?
I think I would go with Mortal Kombat. Like I think he adapted the characters well enough. They were pretty like reflective of the video game. Like Johnny Cage feels like Johnny Cage. And I don't know. I think it's pretty fun to watch when he fights Guru and he kicks him in the nuts.
All right, so that's one for Mortal Kombat. Celia, what do you got?
Okay, so I've seen the Mortal Kombat one, but I barely remember it. So I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay.
No.
I remember looking at them and being like, yeah, the costumes look good. Like that's okay. Um, I didn't really grow up with Mortal Kombat because I'm squeamish and I can't handle. I couldn't handle like watching the game. I didn't like violence. I just like go, oh, oof, I don't feel good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's me in my life. So yeah, Mortal Kombat. Do that.
I like the Mortal Kombat. You know what? I might like the Mortal Kombat games more than most of the Resident Evil games, which I am also a fan of. Especially Resident Evil 4 and 2.
Yeah.
But
Not 5. Not 5.
five doesn't work for a variety of reasons. But yeah.
Racism.
7 was fucking really good. But anyways, no, the Resident Evil movie I like a lot. I'm actually quite bummed that did not make it on. But Film Twitter, get me back on this one.
Yeah, they're gonna have
all right. Number I know, seriously. Number 7, Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within versus Resident Evil: The Final Chapter. Here, I'll flip it now. The Spirits Within was a big influence on young Diego because it was like the first Final Fantasy thing I saw. And I was also like, I don't understand what's happening, but this all looks really cool.
Yeah.
And like, I think out of Paul W. Sanderson's Resident Evil films, he directed 4 of them. Final Chapter is probably his weakest, and I say this as a fan. So Final Fantasy for me.
Yeah. I go with Final Fantasy too. Yeah. It's beautiful.
It's cool. I love Final Fantasy, like in general, like any content. I'm just like, oh, hello. So yeah, that's my vote too.
Okay, cool. And number 8, Angry Birds versus Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
Oh.
Yeah. Remember that movie?
Yeah. Jerry Bruckheimer's like thing before he imploded.
No, he's got to come back with Bad Boys for Life.
Oh yeah, that's true. I think I'd go with like Prince of Persia, despite like all the controversy. There's some
Jake Gyllenhaal's white. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some fun aspects of that. I was gonna say it'd be cool if like that original creator directed it too, like because he actually directed a good documentary on Chavez Ravine for Dodgers.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, what's his name? Like Sid? No, not I forgot.
I don't know.
Celia,
but Celia, do you know his name and which one are you voting for?
No, I do not. And it's a tough one, but I'm gonna go Angry Birds because it's on the list.
Okay. Dang.
We need someone here. We need an unsung hero for the Angry Birds.
Yeah.
Next time you introduce me on your podcast, you're like, Celia, Angry Bird ambassador.
Oh, I'm so down. Yeah,
at least it's not like Flappy Bird. You guys remember Flappy Bird?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Flappy Bird.
Yeah, the worst, most addicting game of all time. Oh God, this is up to me now. I don't know because I don't really like either of these.
You have to pick one.
How do you not like Angry Bird and all of his Angry Bird friends?
Look, we already here's my thing. This is like the least like objective voting ever, but we already have one Angry Birds on this list, and I have to stop Celia at this point from putting them both against each other. No. And I like Jake Gyllenhaal, even though this is straight up whitewashing bullshit. Prince of Persia. Sorry. We'll vote it out. We'll vote it out next time. Okay, so let me see. We got Okay, so next up is Angry Birds 2 versus Warcraft. Whoa. Okay. What do we I'm Warcraft.
Angry Birds, I feel like this was a setup.
No, you know what? I didn't even realize that was going to happen back to back, so I'm kind of sorry about that, actually.
I feel personally attacked. Just kidding.
The thumbnail for this episode is going to be the Sonic poster. I'll put an Angry Bird next to you. I promise.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, and then
your anti-Angry Bird agenda. I'm on to you. Okay.
And here's the next big one: Detective Pikachu versus Silent Hill.
Detective Pikachu, straight up.
Yeah, Detective Pikachu.
It was so well done, and like for the movie, like you just imagine you're like, oh, I want like a dark Pokemon movie. I don't know if you guys wanted that, but I wanted it.
No, I didn't.
Like, I did. Oh, get out of here. Anyways. So basically like they just executed in a way of where like it kind of felt realistic of like what the real world would feel like with Pokemon in it. And I think they did a great job.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, because I mean, when you were a kid, didn't you want to like just live with the Pokemon too?
I totally did, and I love Pokemon. I just
Yeah.
didn't like this movie.
I don't know. You should give it another chance. We love it.
How do you make a Pokemon movie without focusing on a turn? We're not getting into that. It's Detective Pikachu's
Without-
moving on. You guys won.
Okay. We're just gonna
No, it
keep
is. It
pushing
is.
Detective Pikachu on you, Diego.
I know this is a nightmare. Let's see.
Okay.
Okay, so Tomb Raider 2018 versus Prince of Persia.
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
Yeah, that I was gonna be a grump, but I was like, no, actually, that's right.
Yeah.
All right then. Mortal Kombat versus Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, Paul W.S. Anderson. I still love two of your Resident Evil movies.
Yeah, I like two of them.
Yeah, I like two of the ones he did quite a bit. And I think Pompeii is incredibly underrated.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say he did Pompeii.
Yeah, that has like the greatest final 15 minutes of any film released the year it came out, and that was like shocking because I didn't love it, but whatever. I'm not gonna go into the whole thing. Pompeii underrated. Okay, so we have 4 left. This is it. This is the moment. Detective Pikachu versus Warcraft.
Detective Pikachu, I'll fight you.
Oh no.
I'm Warcraft, Gene. You got it.
This is like, oh no, I'm like, this is like choosing between my children. I think I'd go with Warcraft. Sorry, Celia.
Yes! The reign of terror has been ended.
I really liked Warcraft. I'm sorry.
Yes, no, don't be sorry. Warcraft owns.
Be sorry.
I'm sorry, Celia. You're taking hits. You lost the Angry Birds movies back to back, and now Detective Pikachu.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm feeling so much loss right now.
I'm sorry. Well, look, I got all the Resident Evil movies knocked out without a fight, so I feel like we're sharing the pain right now. Tomb Raider 2018 versus Final Fantasy.
Ooh.
Yeah, I feel like this one will be more of a struggle for you guys. Oh no, guess not. Never mind.
Wait, what'd you say?
Final Fantasy.
I was like,
yeah, Final Fantasy. Yeah, it's
okay.
It's that good, but it hurt to say.
Yeah.
Still looking forward to that Tomb Raider sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So this is it. Final Fantasy, Spirits Within versus Warcraft.
That's such a tough choice.
I'm a Warcraft boy all the way.
Okay.
But I love Final Fantasy. So, Gene, it's up to you.
Wait, what did Celia go with?
Final Fantasy.
I'm gonna go with Celia. Final Fantasy.
Yes. Victorious.
So close.
Yeah.
So close to being able to say.
It's a tough choice. That was a tough choice, but like Final Fantasy, you have to give it to the.
Yeah, but imagine how fucking mad Twitter would be if I was like, Warcraft is the greatest film, like video game film.
Yeah, they really dislike Warcraft, or some people do. And
yeah. And to some extent, I totally get it.
Yeah.
But Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within, the greatest video game movie ever, according to the Wolf Press podcast.
Mm-hmm.
This was fun. Thank you so much for joining us, Celia. We kind of got to wrap up a little faster than I'd like, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You are, of course, welcome back anytime. And where can the people find you? One more time, plugs.
Yeah, of course. So I'm most active on Instagram. So it's instagram.com/koshergamer. My YouTube channel and my Twitch channel is Celia Bee. And yeah, that's where you guys can find me.
Nice, yeah. I mean, yeah, we're subscribed and everything, and you have great content. And yeah, I just want to say thank you for being on the show, Celia. It's great to have you on. And at the day of this recording, happy International Women's Day.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yay.
Hey. Yeah, thank you.
And happy daylight savings to you guys.
No, we don't have to do that.
A little bit. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for having me. I had so much fun. It's been a blast.
Yeah, everyone check out what Celia's doing everywhere because it's worth supporting someone like her. Mm-hmm. And Gene, where can people find you?
On Twitter and Instagram, Gene9892.
And of course, you can follow me on Twitter at the Diego Crespo. Check out the Waffle Press on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes. Did I say iTunes already? I'm saying it again. And of course, our Patreon, where you're going to check out early episodes of Happy Amblin'. As finally, the Close Encounters episode is done processing. It will be released later this week. Some early goodies for you before that, still ahead of that. So thank you so much for listening. Thanks for checking us out. Like and subscribe. If you didn't like this, like and subscribe anyways, because you might find something you do like. Happy International Women's Day, and we have been professionally unprofessional.